introduction, please. We gathered here today to listen to our pupils who prepared a lot of verses, poems of the dearest authors who wrote in the English language. A lot of pupils want to show their knowledge in knowing poems. I can say how many of them. 70. Can you imagine? There are 600 pupils in our school, in our small school, and 70 pupils say we want to tell poems. That's great, pleasant for us, for teachers. So we are ready to start. We thank all of you who find time and come to our party today. Thank you. We start.
We congratulate everyone who has gathered today in this hall.
The pupils of the 11th form, Nikita Tretyakov
and Dolgopola Anastasia,
will be presenters of today's contest.
Students of all classes are willing to participate in today's competition.
Now they are sitting in the first rows of the audience hall, and certainly they are worried because before the moment when their time comes to take the floor on the stage.
We wish all of them great success and want to support them.
We are sure all of you come here because you like English poetry and want other people to see how beautiful and expressive it is.
And as for jury of the competition, they will be friendly, impartial, fair and condescending.
Let us introduce our jury.
From the teacher's part, Olga Anatolievna, Любовь Яковлевна, and Tatiana Vasilievna.
Our parents are represented by Larisa Mykolaevna and Oksana Yurievna.
We think that it will be pleasant for you to see the pupils Eliza Brauda, 11th 8th form, and Matvey Gordichuk, 8th 8th form, as the members of jury too. So, we are ready to start. The honor to open the contest is given to the pupil of the 6A form, Naumenka Anna.
She is going to read a poem by William Shakespeare, Fairyland.
Over dale, sorrow bush, sorrow briar, over park, over vale, sorrow flood and sorrow fire. I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon is sphere, and I saw the fairy queen turning her orbs upon the green. The cowslips told her pensioners be, in their gold-colored spots you see, those be rubies, fairies' favors, in those freckles lick they sabers. I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear.
Now our program is going on, and now we want to invite to the stage the pupils of the 2nd A form and the pupils of the 3rd A form. Волоха Ольга,
Люблянська Ольга,
Хапун Иван,
Завірюха Катерина.
and Соломаха Софia.
They will tell us poems about their favorite holiday. You hear.
Well, these pupils will come a bit late. They are not in the hall now. So, the pupils of the next quarter.
Okay, Mom, inside.
B4. You said B4.
Okay. And now we want to invite people from third A form.
Денисенко Марія.
Залізняк Руслана.
Боначова Дана.
And Філяк Анастасія.
I love you, mommy. I love you, mommy. My dearest mommy. You make me happy when I'm sad. I want to tell you, I really love you. When I'm with you, I'm so glad. I love my mommy. 1, 1, 1. I love the sun. 2, 2, 2. I love my mommy too. 3, 3, 3. My mommy loves me. 4, 4, 4. I love her more and more. I count from 1. I love the sun. I count to 4. I love my mommy more. Help your mother. Help your mother lay the table. Put a knife and fork and spoon. Help your mother lay the table every afternoon. Help your mother clean the table. Take a knife and fork and spoon. Help your mother clean the table morning, night and afternoon. Mom, such a special word. The loveliest I've ever heard. This words the bar as the rest. Mom, you're so special, you are simply the best.
The pupils of the first A form also learned the poems for the contest. Please meet Павленко Костя,
Забуранка Ліза.
Городиська Аня,
Дюкарєв Тихон.
Савка Тимур.
And Моргенштейн Юра.
Season. Winter. Snow on the ground, snow on the tree, snow on the house, snow on me. Winter, winter, let's go skate. Winter, winter, don't be late. Winter, winter, let's go roll. Winter, winter, in the snow. Winter, 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 winter. Spring. I love the spring for every day. There's something new that comes to stay. Another bud, another bird, another flower that comes from the earth. Summer. A summer day has rain or sun, but either way I find it fun to stand in rain that's pouring down for light in sun that paints me brown. Autumn. The leaves are falling one by one. Summer's over, school's begun.
Mighty Santa, who's got the bird that's long and wide? Santa's got the bird that's long and wide. Who come around on special night? Santa's come around on special night. Special night, bird that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa. Must be Santa, Santa Claus, who wears boots and suit of red. Santa wears a boots and suit of red. Who wears a long cap on his head? Santa wears a long cap on his head. Cap on head, suit of red. Special night, bird that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus, who got a big cherry nose. Santa's got a big cherry nose. Who loves this way? Ho, ho, ho. Santa loves this way. Ho, ho, ho. Ho, ho, ho. Cherry nose, cap on head, suit of red. Special night, bird that's white. Must be Santa, must be Santa, must be Santa, Santa Claus. are big and small. Friends at school are best of all.
I will gaze at the stars and maybe even Mars. They all so bright on a wonderful clear winter night. Feeling the breeze, watching the trees. They're spread with grace in this peaceful little place. Time moves on more and more. It's getting colder than it was before. People are sick and sneezing because this weather is so freezing. One of the prettiest times of the year, winter season is finally here.
Тарас Шевченко, the mighty Dnieper. The mighty Dnieper rose and billows, the wind in anger howls and races. Down to the ground it bends the willows, and mounting high leads up the ways. The pale-faced moon picked out this moment, to pick out from behind a cloud. Like a canoe in the ocean, it first dips up and then dips down. The cocks don't crow to wake the morning, there is not as yet a sound of man. The owls in glades call out their warnings, and ash trees creak and creak again.
What are little boys made of? What are little boys made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dogs' tails. This was little boys are made of. What are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and all that's nice. This what the little boys, girls made of. Sunday. You are the start of the week, are the end of it, and according to the Beatles, you creep in like a duck. You're the second full day. Kids have been away with their father. The second full day of an empty house. Sunday, I missed you.
Now our program is going on, and we invite to the stage the pupils of the second A forum, Волоха Ольга and Любянska Olga, and the pupils of the third A forum, Хапун Иван
Завірюха Катерина,
and Соломаха Софія.
Денисенко Марія,
Hooray, hooray, it's New Year's Day, the day we start anew. So this year I've decided to become a kangaroo. Oh, maybe I will learn to fly. Oh, how to walk through walls. Oh, how to turn invisible. Oh, surf on waterfalls. I've got so many wondrous plans, I'm starting right away. Yes, this will be the best year yet. Hooray, it's New Year's Day. New Year's Day, a happy day. We are glad and want to play. We are there and sing and say, welcome, welcome, New Year's Day. I want to give you lots of love and want to say right here. Have a happy New Year day and then a happy year.
All year is coming to an end. We give warm welcome the new year. All your worries will also end. Wishing you happy new year.
pupils of the first B form like to learn poems and they know a lot of them. We ask Якимяк Ярина,
Кожухалова Анна,
Сосенко Nika,
Цібера Яна
и Тандит Павло to race on the stage.
і Карабань Віктор.
Many a year ago, in a kingdom by the sea, city maidens are lead whom we know by the name of Annabelle. And this maiden she lived with no other thought than to love and be loved by me. But our love, it was stronger by far than the love of those who were older than we, of many far wiser than we, and neither the angels in heaven above nor the demons down under the sea can ever dissever my soul from the soul of the beautiful Annabelle.
New Year, let's sing and let's play. Santa Claus bring a lot of toys for little boys and little girls. When Santa comes to your home, I would like to pick, but I know he will never come until I fall asleep.
Colors. What is red? Asks little Fred. His brother says, the rose is red. What is white? My kite is white. Do you see my little kite? What is gray? Now can you say? Yes, I can. The mouse is gray. What is black? My cat is black. It goes out and comes back.
The mist and all. I like the fog, the mist and all. I like the night owl's lonely call and wailing sound of wind around. I like the gray November day and bearded boughs lonely sway. Against my pain, I like the rain. I like to sit and laugh at it. I like the fog, the mist and all.
Open a book and you will find people and place of every kind. Open a book and you can be anything you want to be. Open a book and you can share wonderful words you find in there. Open a book and you will too. You read to me and I'll read to you. When I grow up, someday soon when I grow up, I will have a job to do. I will write a book or be a cook or work inside the zoo. I might drive a bus or teach the children to read. I will lead the train or fly a plane or plant a little seed. I might fight a fire or be a doctor too. I build the house or solve the ocean blue. So many jobs that I might choose. I wonder what it will be. I work and learn until it's my turn to find the right job for me.
Pupils of the first B form are the most active participants of our contest. Now we invite to the microphone Yechna Olena,
Ставиченко Марія,
Шуляк Софia. Tell us please the poems you have learned.
Mommy, I love you. More than you see, you have always been there when I needed you to be. I know I don't show how great my life is, but I need you to know all the love of you I have given. I wish there was more for you I could do, but all I can say is how much I love you. It is deeper than the oceans, higher than the sun. I could shout it forever and still not be done. And if at the time I may have seemed ungraceful, I want to say, I truly hope you see that nothing you have done has been forgotten, and day by day you just mean more to me. loves mommy best? I, says Fred. I give her flowers, white, yellow, and red. Who loves mommy best? I, says May, which my dear mommy I always play. Who loves mommy best? I, says Joy. She asked to help her, and I always do so.
Poems for Children by Cicely Marie Parker is very popular with the pupils of the 4B form.
They are ready to read you the poems they like the most. We introduce Голдаковський Давид,
Єгорова Анастасія,
Коваленко Марія,
Кононихіна Світлана,
Кузнєцова Анастасія,
Мазуркевич Надія
Русакова Поліна,
та Фролова Катерина.
The song of the Scylla fairy. Scylla, Scylla, tell me true, why are you so very blue? Oh, I really cannot say why I made this lovely way. I might know if I were wise, yet I've had of seas and skies. Where the blue is deeper far than our skies of springtime are. Perhaps I'm here to let you see what that summer blue will be. When you see it, think of me. The sun of the tulip hail. Our stones are very strange and tall, our colors clear and bright. To babyhood today tell all, red, yellow, pink or white. And some are splashed and some are babe, as dark as any flower. From tulip fields across the sea, to England did we come. We were a peaceful country sprite, to England. To Holland is its name, the window gardens were bright, and a tyrant you gradually came.
The song of the periwinkle's fairy. In shady, shrubby places, right early in the year, I lit my flowers' faces. Oh, come and find them here. My stems are thin and straight, with leaves of glossy sheen. They bear from earth rain, for they are evergreen. No greater love have I, yet who does not love periwinkle's blue?
The song of the forget-me-not fairy. What a fairy babies fly, these are old enough to fly. Here is a likely place. I see meet this flower, blue and pink, pink for girls and blue for boys, pretty things for babies' toys. Let us speak now gently. White fairy baby, here you lie. The song of the lavender fairy. The lavender's blue, diddle diddle, so goes the song around here bush. The butterflies wrong, they love here well, diddle diddle, so do the bees, while she herself sways in the breeze. Canterbury Bell fairies. Bells that ring from ancient towers, Canterbury Bell. Give their name to summer flowers, Canterbury Bell. Do the flowers fairies play? No, what those great bells are saying. Fairies in your purple hat, little fairies all are that. The song of the Galadia elf. There was one child in garden who loved all my colors of flame. The Christmas skies was yellow, but what was my name? From Galadia, how to remember? She look at my yellow and red and think of the golden glory when the sun goes to bed.
The song of the snapdragon elf. Into the dragon mouth he goes, never afraid is he. There is honey within for him. He knows. Clever old bundle. The mouse snaps tight, he lost to sight. How will he ever get out? He is doing two backwards, nimbly too, though he is somewhat stout.
The holiday of Halloween might be the most popular with the children as it gives them a lot of fun.
Pupils of the 5th A form are ready to present the poems about Halloween.
We invite Канінін Лев, Іщенка Валентина,
Сподін Ярослава,
Глеба Валерія,
Пісня Катерина
Подобєдов Володимир
і Дроздєв Євгеній.
Harvest moon fills the sky, wicked witches flying by, ghosts and goblins skeletons too, moaning and groaning, waiting for you. Black cats prowl the graveyards, witches cook in golden pots, cemetery bulls roam on the ground. No one open grave is found, tombstones on either side. Witches that are shadows dancing free fight. The haunted house on the hill, walking there had a chill. Jack-o'-lanterns eyes so bright. Twitter screaming fright. It's a night you've never seen. It's a night of Halloween.
Halloween is nearly here. I bought my costume plan. It should be the most horrific outfit in the land. If you should see me coming, you may scream and hide your head. My get-up will, I guarantee, fill every heart with dread. My costume may cause nightmares. Yes, my mask may stop your heart. You just shrug and wet yourself, then squeamishly depart. And yet, I will as dressing as you might expect me to. I will not be a vampire or ghost that hollers boo. I won't look like a werewolf or goblin or ghost or even like a slimy blob of deadly dripping drool. I will not be a zombie or some other horrid creature. No, this year I will be much, much worse. I am dressing as a teacher.
Spotted. A bald-headed ghost drank some witch's brew, and on top of his head a strange thing grew. It was pointed and tall, and black as a bat, with stringy long hair where his head was flat. The sad little ghost didn't want any hair or black pointed head, so he said, "Witch, beware!" Then he chanted some words with spell-casting switch, and give Halloween night a bald-headed witch.
Underneath the lamppost, in the middle of night, the ghost bus makes a silent stop, a strange and fearful sight. At the bus stop in your corner, something big and green climbed down. It's looking for your bedroom, and it has searched all over town. You thought it couldn't find you, that you were safe, but you were sound. You thought that you could hide where you never could be found. But now it's almost here. You know, it loves dark of night. It is one thing you can do. Quick, turn on the light.
It's late and we're asleep. The air is cold and still. Our jack-o'-lantern grins at us upon the window sill. We're stuffed with cake and candy, and we had a lot of fun. But now it's time to go to bed and dream of all we've done. We'll dream of ghosts and goblins and of witches that we've seen. We'll dream of trick-or-treating on this happy Halloween.
It's Halloween, it's Halloween. The moon is full and bright, and we shall see what can't be seen on any other night. Skeletons and ghosts and ghouls, grinning goblins fighting duels, werewolves rising on their tombs, witches on their magic brooms. In masks and gowns we hunt the street, we knock on doors for trick or treat. Tonight we're the king and queen, oh, tonight it's Halloween.
Bushes quiet where shadows lean, and not a sliver of moon is seen. Near the river some goblins grin, with the witch in front and the ghost in between. Make me shiver, but I'm keen about the cheers of Halloween.
Drozdov Vadim will continue our program with a poem, Fire.
Boys, one moment, please. We asked only one pupil, both of them, yes? Well,
I'm fire, you know, from my burns and light, from my crackling, leaping colored light, each comforts all. I am fire, you know me, from my endless moving, burning, destroying hunger, which is all. I am fire, I have one foe, who quenches my might, who quenches my thirst, who swallows my love. Red Taylor. My name is
Kojevnikov Andrei and Palyovanny Artyom are going to read the poem Town Child and Country Child.
Irene Thompson, the Town Child. I live in the town in the street. It is crowded with traffic and heat. There are buses and motors and trams. I wish there were meadows and lamps. The houses all wait in a row. There is smoke everywhere that I go. I don't like the noises I hear. I wish there were woods very near. There is only one thing that I love, and that is the sky far above. There is plenty of room in the blue for castles of clouds and me too.
The country child. My home is a house near a wood. I live in a street if I could. The lanes are so quiet. Oh dear, I do wish the someone lived near. There is no one to play with at all. The trees are so high and so tall, and I should be alone for hours, were it not for the birds and the flowers. I wish that I live in a town, to see all the trams going down, a twinkling street that is bright, with wonderful color at night.
Now we want to invite FltKwL from 6A form
with a poem, My Heart in the Highlands, by Robert Burns.
My heart's in the Highlands, Robert Burns. My heart's in the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer, and following the roar. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, a birthplace of valor, the country of worth. And wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the stress and green valleys below. Farewell to the forest and wild-hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the highland, my heart's not here. My heart's in the highland, chasing the deer, chasing the wild deer, and following the roar. My heart's in the highlands, wherever I go.
And now we want to ask students of 6B form, Pavlov Mikhailo, Височик Alexandra, Kovalchuk Darina to race to the stage with Kipling's poems.
If you
you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for their doubting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or being lied about, don't deal in lines, or being hated, don't give way to hating, and yet don't look too good nor talk too wise. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two impostors just the same, if you can bear to hear the truth you've spoken, twisted by knaves to make a trap for fools, and watch the things you gave your life to broken, and stoop and build them up with worn-out tools. If you can make one heap of all your winnings, to rig it on one ton of pitch and toss, and lose and start again at your beginnings, and never breathe a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your turn long after they are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you except the will which says to them, hold on. If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you but know too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and, which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
Hello, London. I'll see you, London. Anyway, one day. Let all them laugh at me. Okay, it's their way. Let someone go there. Not me. Today and now. I will reach you, London. You will see. I know how. We'll be together. I believe I have a chance. I'm willing it until I live. It will be once. I cross your bridges, walk by streets, look at your castles. Old Sir Big Ben me greatly meets, presents his puzzles. I touch your blood, your river Thames, with my hands. I huddle your flesh, your sightseeing glimpse, with my lips. You will catch my dreams without words. You will see what me wish. Extremely free, like flying birds, I'll sing your English. For all the foolishness I've done, I'll beg your pardon. One day I will say, it's me, I've come, hello London.
Tourists run hard to watch the changing of the guards as Buckingham Palace stop and wait to see the Queen drive through the gate. But Londoners know there's no use crying. She's not at home when the flag is not flying.
Pupils of the 7th form are ready to present their poems.
We want to introduce Суперсон Анастасія, Шейко Іван, Малещенко Дмитро, and Логвиненко Максим.
I send them over land and sea, I send them east and west, but after they have walked for me, I give them all the rest. I let them rest from 9 to 5, for I am busy then, as well as breakfast, lunch and tea, for they are hungry men. But different people have different views. I know a person small. She keeps 10 million soaring men who get no rest at all. She sent them abroad on her own affairs. From the second she opens her eyes. 1 million house, 2 million wares, and 7 million wives.
Who saw the spider drop from the rose? Oi, oi, oi. Who saw the petals drop from the rose? I, said the spider, but nobody knows. Who saw the sunset? A flash on a bird. I, said the fish, but nobody heard. Who saw the fog come over the sea? I, said the sick pigeon, the only me. Who saw the first green light of the sun? I, said the night owl, only one. Who saw the most creep creep over the stone? I, said the grey fox, all alone.
Under the ground, it's rumbling and dark and interesting, said rabbit to lark. Lark to rabbit, up in the sky, there's plenty of room and it's airy and high. Under the ground it's warm and dry. Won't you live with me? Was rabbit's reply. The sky is so sunny, I wish you'd agree, said the little lark, to live with me. But up in the sky and under the ground, larks can burrow, nor rabbits fly. And so skylark over and rabbits under, they had to settle to live asunder. And often these two friends meet with a will to chat together on top of the hill. In December we are happy, whatever the weather, for the holidays helps people be happy together. A carpet of snow covers the ground. And sound of the carols is heard all around. Candles and stars and Christmas tree lights twinkle and glow in velvet night.
Student 7th A form, Victor Antoni is ready to present the poem.
Hello, London.
Hello, London. I'll see you, London, anyway. One day. Let all of them laugh at me, okay? It's their way. Let someone go there. Not me. Today, no. I'll reach you, London. You'll see. I know how. We'll be together, I believe. I'll have a chance. I'm willing it until I leave. It will be once. I cross your bridges, walk by streets, look at your castles. Also Big Ben me greatly meets, presents his puzzles. I touch your blood, the river Thames with my hands. Extremely free like flying bird, I'll sing you English. For all the foolishness I've done, I'll beg your pardon. One day I'll say, it's me, I've come. Hello, London.
Pupils of the 8th A form are ready to present their poems.
And first will be Mironov Victor with the poem called A Prayer in Spring.
Oh, give us pleasure on the flowers today, and give us not to think so far away as the uncertain harvest. Keep us here, all simply in the spring of the year. Oh, give us pleasure in the orchard white, like nothing else by day, like ghosts by night. And make us happy in the happy bees that small undulating round the perfect trees. And make us happy in the dozen bird that soundly above the bees is heard. The meteor that thrusts in with little bill, and of a blossom in midair stands still.
And now we invite Sherbanadia with poem Red, Red Rose.
My love is like a red, red rose that's newly sprung in June. My love is like the melody that sweetly played in tune. As fair as so, my bonny lass, so deep in love am I. And I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas can dry. Till all the seas can dry, my dear, when the rocks melt with the sun. And I will love thee still, my dear, while the sands of life shall run. As fare the will, my only love, as fare the will a while, and I will come again, my love, though it were 10,000 miles.
And now we want to introduce Petrash Volodymyr with the poem called Changing the Past.
The past is the past for a reason. It's been, and now it is gone. Sorry. The past is the past for a reason. That is place where it is supposed to stay. But some cannot let it go. In their heads it eats away, until all their focus becomes the person they used to be. Mistakes they made in their life. Or if only they could see that you cannot change what happened. No matter how hard you try. No matter how much you think about it. No matter how much you cry. What happens in your lifetime happens for reasons unknown. So stop trying to find the ways to fix it. It's done. It's unchangeable. Move on. Thank
you. The next competitor is Городинська Аліна with poem Mac of the Mill.
Know you what Mac of the Mill has gotten, and know you what Mac of the Mill has gotten. She has gotten a doll with a heart of silver, and the broken heart of the barreling miller. The miller was strapping, the miller was ruddy, a heart like a lord, and a hue like a lady. The liat was yellow swarthy, bleary at Knul, she had left the good fellow, and taking the churl. A money is a woe on the silver, it is so prevalent, and the woe on the love that is fixed on a mailing. A dowry is no word in a true lover's speech, but give me my love and no consequence for the world. That.
Sklerenko Anastasia is ready to present you the poem I Keep 6 Honest Serving Men.
I keep 6 honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when and how and where and who. I send them over land and sea. I send them east and west. But after they have worked for me, I give them all a rest. I give them rest for 9 till 5, for I am busy then, as well as breakfast, lunch, and tea, for they are hungry men. But different folks have different views. I know a person small. She keeps 10 million serving men, who get no rest at all. She sends them abroad on her own affairs from the second she opens her eyes. 1 million house, 2 million wares, and 7 million wives.
And now we want to introduce 8P form, students of the 8P form, and the first will be
Chupko Anna, the road not taken.
Chupko Anna, the road not taken.
Next is Tolmachova Maria, I keep 6 honest serving men.
And now we want to invite the student of 9th A form, Pertsovsky Kirill, with sonnet number 130 by Shakespeare.
My mistress' eyes are nothing like the sun. Coral is far more red than her lips red. If snow be white, why then her breasts are done. If hair be wires, black wires grow on her head. I have seen damask red and white, but no such roses I have made so in her cheeks. And in some perfumes is there more delight than the breath that from my mistress reeks. I love to hear her speak, yet well I know, and that music has a far more pleasant sound. I grant I never saw a goddess go. My mistress when she walks trend the ground, and yet, by heaven, I think my love is rare, as any she blind with false compare.
Now we invite a pupil from the 9B form, Yelchits Maria, with
the poem to any reader from Songs of Travel.
A
as from the house your mother sees you playing round the garden trees. So you may see, if you will look through the windows of this book, another child far, far away, and in another garden play. But do not think you can at all, by knocking at the window, call the child to hear you. His intent is all on his play, business bent. He does not hear, he will not look, nor yet be lured out of this book. For long ago, the truth to say, he has grown up and gone away, and it is but a child of ear that lingers in the garden there.
The next competitor is Berdak Sofia with the poem The Fires.
Man makes the fires on the shores, each under a of tree, and the four winds that rule the earth, they blow the smoke to me. Across the high hills and the sea and all the changeful skies, the four winds blow the smoke to me, till the tears in my eyes, until the tears in my eyes, and my heart is well not broke for sinking, and old memories gathered in this work. From every quarter of mankind, with every shift of every wind, the homesick memories come. With every quarter of mankind that they make me home. The four winds blow the smoke to me again.
The last student from 9th B form is Miroshnichenko Sveta
with the poem The Fires, prelude to collected verse.
How can I answer which is best of all the fires that burn? I happen too often, host or guest, at every fire in turn. How can I turn from any fire on any man's hearthstone, and know the wonder and desire that went to build my own? How can I doubt man's joy or woe wherever his house fires shine, since all that man must undergo will visit me at mine? O you, for winds that blow so strong, and know that this is true, stop for a little and carry my song to all the men I knew. Where there are fires against the cold, or roofs against the rain, with love for fault or joy for fault, take them like songs again.
And now we want to ask the student of the 8B4 Chutko Anna to raise to the stage with the poem The Road Not Taken.
The road diverged in yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both, and be one traveler alone I stood, and looked the one as far as I could, to where it bent in the other growth. Then took the other as just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim because it was grassy and wanted to wear. So as for the passings there, it warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leash no step had brought in black. Oh, I kept first for another day, yet knowing how well it's on the way, I doubt if it should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere age and age hence, trolls diverged in the woods, and I took one less than traveled by, and has it made all the difference.
Let me invite Chupko Anna, Tolmachova Maria with the poem I Keep Six on a Serving Man.
I keep 6 on a 7 men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when and where and why and who. I send them over land and sea, I send them east and west. but after they have worked for me, I gave them all a rest. I let them rest from 9 till 5, for I am busy then, as well as breakfast, lunch and tea, for they are hungry men. But different folks have different views. I know a person small. She keeps 10 million seven men who get no rest at all. She sends them on her own affairs. For a second she opens her eyes. 1 million house, 10 million wares, and 7 million wise.
Next student is Rogul Victoria with poem I Wish I Could Remember That First Day.
I wish I could remember that first day, first hour, first moment of you meeting me. If brighter deems the season, it might be summer or winter for out, I can say. So unrecorded did it slip away, so blind was I to see and to foresee, so dull to break the burden of my tree. That could not blossom, yet for many a May. If only I could recollect it, such a day of days, I let it come and go, as trackless as soap of bygone snow. And only now could recall that touch, first touch of hand in hand, did one but know.
And now we want to introduce Koldunov Anton, the student of the 10th B form, with the poem The Road Not Taken by Robert Frost.
Two roads diverged in yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both. And be one traveler round alone I stood, and looked down one, as far as I could, to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just as fair, and having perhaps a better claim, because it was grassy and wanted there. Though as for that the path in there had fallen really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference.
Next student is Georgieska Sofia from 11th A form.
She's going to present a poem called If by Kipling.
If you can keep your head when all about you are losing theirs and blaming it on you. If you can trust yourself when all men doubt you, but make allowance for the adapting too. If you can wait and not be tired by waiting, or light, don't give deal in lies, or hate it, don't give way to hating. If you can dream and not make dreams your master, if you can think and not make thoughts your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster, and don't treat the supposed impostors just the same, if you can make one heap of all your winnings, and risk it in one turn of pitch and toss, and lose, and start again with all beginnings, and never press a word about your loss. If you can force your heart and nerve and sinew to serve your tone when all of them are gone, and so hold on when there is nothing in you, except the will which says, hold on. If you can feel the unforgiven minute, when you can feel the unforgiven minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son.
The students of 11th A form are ready to present I Wandered Lonely as a Cloud. So support please Yermolaeva Natalia and Kravchenko Maria.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, They stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I in a glance, tossing their hands in sprightly dance.
The waves beside them danced but say, how did the sparkling at a glee? A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth the show to me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, they scratch a never-ending line, which is the bliss of solitude. And then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
And now
we want to invite the students of 11th B Form, Радуцька Карina
and Sayenko Katerina,
with a poem by William Wordsworth, Daffodils. Support, please.
I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on higher vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, beside the lakes, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Continuous as the stars shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretched in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance.
the babes beside them danced, but they outdid the sparkling waves and glee. A poet could not but be gay in such jocund company. I gazed and gazed, but little thought what wealth this show for me had brought. For oft, when on my couch I lie, in vacant or in pensive mood, I sit upon that inward eye, which is the bliss of solitude, and then my heart with pleasure fills and dances with the daffodils.
And the last, but not least, poem written by William Ernest Henley, Invictus.
By Stadin Maria and Tisminetsky Lev.
Of the night that covers me, black as a pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the first clutch of circumstance, I have not winced, nor cried aloud under the bludgeonings of chance. My head is bloody, but unbowed.
Beyond this place of wrath and tears, looms, but the horror of the shade. What is it? I'm so sorry. What episode? Yeah?
From the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Let's start from the very beginning.
So, from the very beginning,
Yeah.
was it?
Yes, yes, you can. You please.
Me please, okay. You're welcome. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms, but the horror of the shade. And yet, the menace of the years finds the... yeah, next time, I'm sorry.
This was the last contestant for today. The performance is over.
We ask our guests to leave the hall and give our reputable jury the possibility to make their final decision.
Thank you.